and try to get some help, because there is help available. And end of the day, we are all trying to be happy, isn't it? And make this world a happier place. So I'm sure today, on International Day of Happiness, we can take this pledge of, holding hands together and saying to ourselves that, well, let's fight mental health problems together. With that, I will just generally try and understand whether we have got any questions from the audience. Excellent, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Madhushri. Shall I pass on the microphone to you?
I've got 3 questions, but if anybody wants to ask any more, hi, do you want to ask, do you want to take some paper? No. Okay. So the first question is from our common friend, Shatadeepa. I think this might be better answered by Professor Chakraborty. Does the mental state of a psychiatrist affect the people's treatment? How do we know if we are in safe hands? That's a challenge, isn't it?
I think psychiatrists in the UK do not work in isolation. We all work within teams. And if any of us was developing a serious mental illness or was not in a condition to work or keep our patients safe, it would not be only up to me, but I have an experienced MDT around me who will definitely pick it up. And we are all subject to regular appraisals, and it would be against GMC rules to hide anything serious from GMC, which would affect the safety of my clinical decision making. So rest assured, Shatadeepa, that psychiatrists cannot escape the scrutiny of their team members and other people around them.
Thank you. You are never scared of challenges, I know that. So next one is from another medical friend of ours, Dr. Mitra. This is, I think it might be best answered by Dr. Indrani. I think because you have touched about the children and their resilience, so it also deals with children. Sometimes we have to push our children to be competitive so that they can face the world equipped with the necessary ingredients. How do we keep that fine balance of maintaining a mental well-being plus taking on some stress to be successful in career and other aspects of life?
Thank you. That's interesting because, from the question, I think if I've picked that up as a child resilience or it's a parental resilience, I'm not sure. So if it is a child resilience, then the question is that, the competitiveness is defined by us. And we all have got our own sort of definitions around competitiveness. So someone might think that competitiveness is more like, pushing your child to be a doctor. Someone might think, well, I'm actually not going to actually push, but give them the options. So I'll give them 5 papers and say, well, these are the people who do different things. Which one do you want to choose, So that kind of optionality is also about how we as parents build the resilience. So if you want to push a child, you might get results, but you might have some adversities attached to it as well. But if you give them options and explain them why and what these professions are, because we have, as individuals, we have got different characters, isn't it? So a child is quite intelligent enough to then pick up and understand what is the best for them in that circumstances. And of course, they might choose, like my daughter sometimes says, well, I want to be a bus driver. So sometimes she says, I want to be an artist. It keeps changing. But the thing is, what does the artist do? If she knows that, and she finds that she has got a skill, then she might pick up being an artist in the future rather than a bus driver. You never know. But I think as parents, it's our responsibility to give them that exposure rather than getting stressed about whether they are going to be in a certain kind of profession that we think stands the highest chance in a society.
Thank you. So the last question, any of you can actually answer it. How easy it is to transmit happiness compared to unhappiness? We get sad when we see unhappiness around us, but do we always get happy that easily? How easy will it be? Is there any formula to make people around you happy without impacting your own mental health?
I think, when we talk about picking up other people's happiness or unhappiness, that is how society is programmed, how human beings are programmed, because we try to protect each other. So if I see a child crying, I should feel unhappy about that because it will induce me to try and make that child happy. That's talking about it very simplistically. If I see somebody in distress, that's what we call empathy. But I think that's different from in trying to transmit happiness or unhappiness. If you have unhappy people amongst your midst who are always talking negative, and that brings a shadow on the entire team or the family around, I think as individuals we all react to these vibes differently, and we have equal capacities, I think, to transmit happiness or unhappiness, and it depends on the people around us as well. But I would think that building our internal resilience is more important so that we can deal with whatever vibes are thrown at us. And if we find unhappy people in our midst, we have the power to change that instead of getting unhappy ourselves.
One thing that we can all do is be kind to other people. And I think that's the way that we can actually share that happiness. Be kind, be gentle, provide that opportunity, and do whatever you can to support somebody else, be it in a friendly circles, be it in employment circles, be it in any kind of context. And I think self-care is much more important. Self-care is actually understanding ourselves, is looking after ourselves. It is also how we look after other people. So I think it's important that human connectivity has to actually happen. We don't live in the isolated world of apples and Samsungs. We live in a connected world, of social world. And social world is actually about consists of people, not just SMS or texts or emails. So it's important that we understand that. And there is more to life, that we connect, that we care for people, that we understand other people, we show kindness, we show empathy, and then we together are all connected in some way or other, that we can share that happiness. And one more point, there is always the notion that innovation always comes from the West. That is not at all true. Innovation comes from any other part of the world. A lot of innovations comes from India and many other countries. And in the field of mental health, there is a lot more innovations that other countries can teach us than the Western world or the UK.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Dr. Raghu. It's such a lovely way to finish this session with that positive message that being kind and self-care and caring for others. So thank you very much. And with that thought, a big round of applause for the panelists. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your thoughts, your comments, and your useful advice and guidance. Thank you so much again to Sangeet Foundation for organizing a platform like this where we can openly discuss about mental health issues. And a big round of applause for you as the audience for coming over and supporting us. So that's fantastic. Thank you so much. If you have any further questions, if you want to reflect back and think of more questions, please feel free to connect with Sangeet Foundation. The email address is there, the website is there, you can connect with the team, and I'm sure the team will be able to help you with your answers. Thank you so much again. There is something interesting that we thought we're going to finish this panel discussion with, and obviously the day before yesterday it was our festival of Holi, color festival, and our little Inishka, Dr. Indrani's little princess, has made some organic Holi color, And if I can request Inishka to come on stage with the colors she has made, and we celebrate happiness, an International Day of Happiness, with the colors, with the holy colors, and spread happiness around. Thank you so much. This is so lovely. It's all about spreading happiness, isn't it? And lovely happiness through your colors, yeah? With that innocent mind. This is all what we want. Thank you. I'll pass it on to our host, Deborah, now, and you can get on with the next part of the program. Thank you, Noor.
Please, can we give our panelists a round of applause? Please don't leave the stage yet. Don't leave the stage yet. Wait. Can we please ask all the lovely ladies to come up on stage? Oh. Please give them a round of applause as they come upstairs. Come on, girls. Come all the way through. Come on. Please keep giving them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. So I'd like to give you, thank you for your contributions. So I'd like to give you some flowers.
This one is for me. You've given me colors, and now you're giving me a flower bouquet. Thank you so much.
I hope everyone enjoyed the panel. If you did, give them a round of applause. Give them a round of applause. Now, next up, we have our Honourable Mayor, who's going to give us a little speech. So I'm not even going to introduce him. He is just going to come up and everyone knows him. So give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Deborah. Are we all happy here? Yes. I've heard about 3 people. So, are we all happy? Yes. Are we all spreading love? Yes. And happiness? Yes. That's good. Right, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, young viewers, good evening everyone. I'm delighted to be here this evening to join you to celebrate the International Day of Happiness. The International Day of Happiness was established by the United Nations General Assembly 10 years ago and aims to make people around the world recognise the importance of happiness in their lives. There have been few times when across the world happiness has been in greater demand, or for so many people it has been so lacking. And while we're here for a joyful celebration of happiness, we will have those people in mind at the same time. In particular, our thoughts are with those who are dealing with the impact of war and devastation, and pray for a happier future for them all. We also celebrate Holi at this time. I celebrated Holi on Thursday with around 7,000 people, and you know what? I was covered in colours. I especially enjoyed celebrating Holi with the elderly, people who have been isolated for the past couple of years. So it's really nice to celebrate Holi with them. Yes, Holi, the festival of colours, with dancing, music and singing. Another time to embrace happiness, which naturally coincides with the International Day of Happiness. I'm privileged and pleased to represent many communities that make up this city and welcome you and look forward to this evening's program of Hues of Happiness. I would like, on behalf of the city, to thank Sangeet Foundation for organising the event this evening and drawing together so many distinguished guests from our universities, the NHS and TEDx. I'd like to especially welcome Smadipta Mukherjee, who is performing this evening. I'm very much looking forward to the performance. She's well known for fusing the classic element of Mozart's work with the contemporary Indian themes and textures. Whilst Mozart explores darker themes in his music, the overarching image is of joyful melodies and themes. We would recognise the subject of today, happiness, and I'm sure you'd all join in joyfully. I would also like to thank and praise the people here who will be sharing their experiences of mental health issues to help cast a light on their own issues and those of other people. As a counsellor and as a civic representative, I've come across all kinds of people who have talked about challenges they face in their mental well-being in recent times. And not only just that, for the past 16 years, I've personally dealt with a lot of people suffering with mental health, people people calling me, sending me messages all through the night, saying that we're not well, I'm going to commit suicide, all different things and thoughts going through their minds. And not just that, not forgetting, especially the women, because it's important that a lot of women who get abused, who suffer domestic violence, they get a lot of mental health issues, but it's just not natural, especially in the BAME communities, to come out with it, because it's just not seen as being respectful just to go against the abuse or the person who's abusing them, whether if it's their husband, whether if it's their in-laws or somebody else. So the panel down here, I wanted to ask a question, but I thought I'll leave it because they'd already gone through it a lot. But I wanted to know that, in fact, I'll email it, but I'll just mention it, that what are we going to do to get these women to speak out? Because I know out there's thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of women who get who suffer from mental health because of the abuse that they have from their family, from their parents. There have been also many reasons for this. The mental health, the isolation of lockdown, difficult economic and social conditions, and in some cases, language barriers. Young people in particular have a very troubled time over the last 2 years and have so often been without the network of friends they often need to maintain a stable state of mind with. So like Mozart, this is an evening of light and shade. while you will be looking into some of the darkest aspects of everyday life, we will also be uplifted by the music and by the community we're all a part of. I wish you all a very good evening and happy Holi.
Before you come off stage, we would like to give you something. So, anyone would like to come up?
Yeah. So the box currently is empty. It's just full of love from us because the cloth that is around your neck, we call it uttorio in Bengali, and so it was in that box. So I thought probably you would like to keep the box as well. So that's why the box. Just to let you know. Thank you. Thank you so much for your lovely speech. A very inspiring speech. Thank you, sir.
So now we have up next two lovely ladies that I met. Their names are Kamaya and Pranga Mitra. And through this skit, the two girls will send some messages related to children's mental health and to the grown-ups and other children. So let's peek into the classroom and see what they're doing. So please give them a round of applause as they come to the stage.
This system of equations by addition, notice that when we add the two equations together, neither one of our variables will cancel out. In this situation, we need to set things up so that when we do...
I can't keep my eyes open. I'm so tired.
But why? You'll be told off by the teacher, so stay awake.
I barely get any sleep at night, and I'm getting nightmares.
That's not nice. Is something bothering you?
I'm very anxious about my secondary school admission. The results will be out this week.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
If I don't get in, then that will upset my parents, and I do not want that to happen. I know how keen they are in putting me in a top school. I'm just too scared.
Have you talked to your parents about your anxiety? You do realise that getting nightmares every night isn't good for your health at all.
Are you crazy? They'll think that I didn't study well for the assessment and that I'm making up these things about nightmares.
Hey, parents will never misunderstand us. They love us more than they love themselves. Yes, they do tell us off from time to time, But that's all for our own good. You should try talking to your parents openly. And if you're still not sure, then we have our class teacher to talk to. You can see if she can help. But please, please don't cause any more harm to yourself with these sleepless nights.
Thanks for your suggestion. I'll definitely talk to my parents tonight. And thanks for being there for me.
Well, a friend in need is a friend indeed. You can always count on me. Hey, it's break time now, and I've got an idea. Since singing is one of your hobbies, maybe we could sing a song together to cheer you up.
Yeah, sure. How about we sing Count on Me? It's a song that we both like.
think we can do better than that. Come on, guys. Come on. Such beautiful voices. Thank you, girls. Next up, we have a music scholar. So he has been playing the flute for about 4 years now. So I would like to welcome our very own Hues. He is going to be playing a performance whenever he comes up. So give him a round of applause as he comes on stage.
I'm playing the flute today. I've been playing the flute for around 3 years now, and I've been playing the piano for around 6. I've been surrounded by music since I was little, as my father plays the tabla, an Indian instrument, and he practices regularly, often too regularly. When I'm stressed, music often helps me relax and calm down, unless there's an exam. And I enjoy playing in my school's concert band and flute choir, which helps build my teamwork. Now I'll be playing the 7th movement from the Sonata in D by J.C. Stickhart. Can we please give him a round of applause once again? So now we have next a instrumental performance. Oh. That's done. No, it's not done. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, oh, perfect. Now we have next our very own, the creator of the event himself, and I would like to welcome him into the stage. Can you please come up? Please give him a round of applause.
Thank you so much for that. Debs. And thank you all for being here. But before we start the video, so this is just to let you know that we have Sangeet Foundation. The video tells it all about what Sangeet Foundation is about. So I'll not take much of your time. It's just that I'd like to thank all of you for being here today, being part of the journey, and I'd like to thank De Montfort University for being with me, being a partner of Sangeet Foundation, Dr. Indrani Lahiri, Dr. Raghavan, and obviously everybody else who's taken part today. And it has, without support, it cannot happen. So I'm really, really grateful. We had a session in Harrow yesterday, and today over here. And yesterday was a bigger crowd, but that's because of Harrow. But and this is a more cozy atmosphere, and so feel free to join in with the music, which is going to happen after this. And of course, I wanted to announce that there are some stalls. There are some people who have contributed. Without their sponsorship, this would not have been possible. So they have put up stalls. Do visit their stalls. It's about wills and financial wealth management, home management. So probably you could, if you are looking for wills to be done, you can go and visit them. And for wealth management, fantastic people there, and they have opened their hearts and their purses as well to support the cause. And of course, I'd like to thank Lord Mayor for being here with us today. A fantastic feeling that we have. With that, I'll let the video do more talking about what Sangeet Foundation is about, and of course, some slides about the sponsors. Here we go. Thank you.
It was a proud moment for Joyanto and Nupur really. Their firstborn Oishika had gotten into Oxford.
Unused creativity is not denied, it metasizes. It turns into rage, sorrow, judgment, and shame. And I've experienced those feelings quite a lot personally.
But during her final year at Oxford, Oishi came home and declared that she has been diagnosed with multiple disorders.
I have ADHD, dyspraxia, as well as anxiety and depression that I think more or less are the result of both the ADHD and dyspraxia.
The parents went through denial at first, followed by acceptance, and finally confusion about where to find help. After multiple visits to specialists and counselors, it was medication, meditation, and music that paved the way.
Music has always been something that I used to kind of distract myself from like the noise going on in my brain. The way in which it's changed my moment-to-moment experience of living has been kind of untold. Very grateful for that.
Learning to play the drums was a visceral experience that changed Oishi's life and brought back sunshine to her parents' lives. So in January 2015, Nupur and Joyanto co-founded Sangeet Foundation to create mental health awareness, provide guidance and resources by leveraging music and the arts, especially among the South Asian diaspora.
We feel very strongly about mental health because we've come across friends and family who have got issues about mental health, and because we are big time into music, we love our music, so we just thought why not combine the two together and see what we can come up with.
But then the world came to a standstill with the coronavirus pandemic in 2020. So Sangeet Foundation harnessed the power of social media. Today, about 4.7 thousand members of Sangeet Foundation Facebook group find relief, solace, and a sense of purpose by posting and sharing songs, dances, artwork, photographs with messages about mental health awareness. In the year 2021, Sangeet Foundation was granted charity status by Charity Commission UK and is today registered as Sangeet Global Limited.
Sangeet Foundation uses a fourfold strategy. Firstly, to hold live programs with well-known performing artists and celebrities from UK, India, the Americas and other South Asian countries. Secondly, holding workshops and panel discussions with mental health experts, including psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, and people who have undergone this experience. Thirdly, to conduct research projects on mental health, creative arts, music, and media in partnership with universities like De Montfort University in Leicester, South Asia Institute of SOAS in London, and other research foundations. And finally, to engage and collaborate with governmental bodies like NHS Trust charities and non-governmental organizations across UK and India.
Organizations and people who believed in this cause joined this journey and came together as a team. We have with us celebrated filmmaker and actor Padma Shri Aparna Sen.
I think Shongit Foundation is doing wonderful work in the area of mental health.
Acclaimed music composer and tabla maestro Pandit Bikram Ghosh.
Namaskar, I am Bikram Ghosh, and I'd like to congratulate Sangeet Foundation for the wonderful work they're doing.
Renowned singer and everyone's favorite Didi, Padma Shri Usha Uttup.
Hi everybody, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum. I'm Usha Uttup and I'm your Didi, and I'd like for all of you to please join us, that is join Jayantare. Let us all get together because Sangeeta Foundation believes in the fact that we can all get together by supporting the performing arts and music. Don't forget about that, please, because music brings the world together.
Revered Ghazal Maestro and Bhajan Samrat Padma Shri Anup Janota.
इस संगीत फाउंडेशन में हमारे साथ जुड़िए और इसका हिस्सा बनिए, इसको शक्ति दीजिए। धन्यवाद।
Life coach, singer, actor, and happiness ambassador of Sangeet Foundation, Pilu Vidyarthi.
Namaskar. As the happiness ambassador of Sangeet Foundation, it's my privilege to be associated with this initiative.
And many, many more are joining us as we speak. Conversations are beginning to happen. We look forward to the day when we will be able to talk about our mental health issues without shame and without stigma.
Sangeet Foundation aims to give us all the opportunity to speak openly about these issues through events in music and the arts. Let us open our minds and hearts and change our attitude towards mental health.
Thank you for that. So that probably summarizes what Sangeet Foundation is all about. The only thing I wanted to mention is that, working with De Montfort University, I've signed up for a PhD at my age. I don't know what I've signed up for, but very well guided by Dr. Indrani Lahiri and Dr. Raghu Raghavan as my second supervisor, and a lot of people who have supported me up in this journey, and I intend to finish it. That's what I keep telling myself. So that's what we are trying to do. Thank you so much for listening. And maybe a couple of slides, and then we'll break for 10 minutes while we prepare for the finale of the evening. Right. So so we have Wealth Financial Limited.
It will roll on, like there are slides that will roll on.
Okay. So what I would suggest is, anyway, while the slides are going on, you might want to take a short break. Go outside. There is a food stall as well. You might want to visit there and get something for yourself. Right? Thank you so much for that.
One check. 1 2 2. Yeah. 1 2 2 2.
everyone. Can we please start to take our seats, please?
So we are about to start the evening. We'll switch, if you can switch off the inside, the music for this. So, and just so that we can start off now. So with that, are you all excited? All right, so I think you have had your dinner, so I think the voice, but it should be a bit louder. I can't hear you properly. Are you excited? Yes, that's more like it. So I'll just leave you to it. Thank you.
Namaskar, hello. Thank you so much, John Toda, obviously, and Sangeet Foundation for giving me this opportunity to perform here. Yesterday it was Holi, but आज भी हम होली मनाएंगे. Through songs, we will celebrate Festival of Colors through our songs, and we will give our little tribute to our Bharat Ratna Nightingale, Lata Mangeshkar ji. Thank you. The next song is very iconic Holi song, obviously. So you have to sing with me. I know everyone know the song. You have to sing with me. ताल से ताल मिले मोर बापुआ, बाजे ढोल मृदंग, मन से मन का मेल जो अच्छा लग रहा है ना? हाँ? बांग्ला गान হবে